Hello, my name is Lisa Nolan, and I'd like to take this opportunity with this video to answer the Week 6 discussion board entitled Beyond the United States and Overcoming Exclusion. The first question I'd like to address is to describe the differences and similarities between the history of Brazil and the United States. I will begin with similarities. Number 1. Both countries were overwhelmed and colonized by Europeans. Number 2. Both the United States and Brazil imported black Africans to enslave to meet labor demands. Number 3. The legacy of slavery continues to negatively impact race relations in both countries. Number 4. During colonization, the United States and Brazilian indigenous populations were forced from their land, with economic and cultural effects that still persist today. The differences between the history of Brazil and the United States can be summarized by the following points. Brazil was more dependent on slave labor than the United States. Brazilian slaves experienced closer ties to Africa than did the slaves in the United States. And number 3, Brazil freed more slaves per capita per year than the United States. But this should not be construed to mean better treatment, as most freed slaves were released into poverty because of handicap or old age in Brazil. The second question I'd like to address is what is unique about the elderly as compared to other minority groups? Do you think that ageism is taken as seriously as prejudice and discrimination towards other groups? And explain your answer. Number 1, negative stereotypes regarding old age is entrenched in our society. Number 2, since everyone will eventually grow old, the elder population reminds younger generations of what they will experience in the future. Number 3, ageism can be subtle and even hidden behind a veil of good intent. This is done when we speak louder, speak slower, and use simpler words when addressing the elderly. Number 4, companies can legally lay off older workers for economic reasons, which makes age discrimination in the workplace harder to prove than other workplace violations. Other differences with age discrimination is that because everyone ages, it adds another layer of discrimination on already marginalized groups, such as women, racial minorities, and those that do not conform to traditional sexual identities. I do not believe that ageism is taken as seriously as other forms of discrimination. I believe that this is partly due because of the topics that we discuss about the elderly. We often discuss about the ailing health of the elderly. We discuss the increased number of elderly as the baby boomer generation gets older, and we also discuss the issues surrounding elder care for those that are trying to work, take care of their youngsters, and take care of their elderly parents or relatives. I believe that more focus is on these issues than there is ageism and what discrimination and acts of prejudice are taking place on the elderly. The third question that I'd like to address is, what are the dangers in a single story? Single stories create and cement stereotypes. They present incomplete pictures of the society as a whole. Buying into one story robs people of their dignity and uniqueness. One story emphasizes differences and negates human similarities that cross ethnic boundaries. By questioning and challenging the stories we have been told through literature, media, and other art forms, we can gain understanding and break down barriers. Thank you.